The Philadelphia Eagles continue to show out at training camp as after several practices, we've started to hear more and more news about specific players that have been really impressive, and most recently, the offense has been the group that has been shining, as with multiple players putting on a show during practice, a few of which are going to be crucial to helping the offense reach its full potential. People are starting to speculate whether this Eagles offense could actually be even better than it was last year. But what specifically has gone down during training camp for people to be this excited about the offense? Well, we're going to talk about all that in this video today, so let's not waste any time and get straight into it. We've now been through 3 practices of Eagles training camp, and it has been super eventful so far. I mean, we have gotten all sorts of photos and videos, plus new information about what has gone down during these practices, and every single day it seems like some big news is coming out. I mean, the first 2 days, the rookies got a lot of the shine, specifically Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith, as those two have been super impressive to start off camp, and they've made plenty of noteworthy plays and flashed some insane potential that has a lot of people talking about them and what they could potentially bring to the table in their rookie seasons with the Birds. But these two weren't the only talk at camp early, as the defense just as a whole was the group making most of the headlines in the first few days, with guys like Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean under the spotlight, plus you had multiple positional battles to watch heading into camp, and on top of that you had new defensive coordinator Sean Desai revealing a lot about what he hopes this defense will be in 2023. So with all that talk about the defense early, the offense didn't get nearly as much shine despite the fact that they also performed pretty well in the first few days of practice, but now as of the Eagles' third and most recent practice, that has changed, as the offense completely showed out during that practice, easily winning the day while multiple players had outstanding performances, and in addition we also got some more news of some potential changes coming to the Eagles offense this year. So we're definitely going to get into all that, but first we got to talk about what happened today, as the Eagles Kelly Green jerseys were officially released and they're now available to be purchased, and the Eagles made this announcement with a super awesome video showcasing some of the old school Eagles Kelly Green jerseys worn by some franchise legends, and then they showed the new iteration of the jersey being worn by the current players, and as I said in my last video, I think they look absolutely amazing. I've already got myself one, and if you're planning on getting one but you haven't yet, you can use my affiliate link down in the description, and you can buy your Eagles Kelly Green jersey now while also supporting my channel and me as an independent content creator. So again, if you're interested in that, the affiliate link is down in the description. But again, overall, I'm just so excited that the Kelly Green jerseys are officially back, and I just can't wait to see them wear these in an actual game. And now also, as of today, we know what games the Eagles will be wearing these jerseys in, as it was announced that the Eagles would suit up in the Kelly Green twice this year, once against the Dolphins in Week 7 at home on Sunday Night Football, and the other time being versus the Bills at home in Week 12. So, how do I feel about this? I personally like it. I mean, I would have liked to see maybe the Cowboys or the Giants be one of those games, but I'm certainly not mad at all. I mean, the Dolphins and the Bills are two great teams, and I think that both of these games are set to be really good games, so it's going to be fun having the Eagles wear Kelly Green for both of those matchups. But I'm curious what you guys think about those being the two selected games for the Eagles to wear Kelly Green. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But now, getting back to the Eagles offense during training camp, there were several players that stood out during the team's third practice, and that started with quarterback Jalen Hurts, as he had his best day of training camp so far. I mean, he was throwing absolute lasers, and apparently the ball barely ever hit the ground, as according to Elliott Shore-Parks, Jalen Hurts went 16 for 19 during practice, and ESPN also continued and said, quote, "Best day so far, super accurate on some tough throws, good job taking chances while also never really putting the ball at risk of being turned over. Offense definitely won the day versus the defense, and Hurts was why." So that's definitely great to hear, and ESPN also tweeted out that, quote, "Jalen Hurts' accuracy is elite," and we also got some more reports on Hurts' accuracy during practice from other reporters, including Josh Talentino, who said, quote, "Routes versus air starting up, Jalen Hurts begins the period with a dart to A.J. Brown on the out route, could hear the pop in Brown's mitts. Hurts consistently hitting receivers in stride. Can notice the difference in his accuracy when viewing other QBs attempt same throws." This is definitely some exciting stuff. I mean, sure, this is just routes on air during training camp, but the fact that Hurts looks this accurate is definitely a great sign, as obviously earlier in his career, his accuracy was a big question and an area that needed to improve, and then last year, Hurts definitely did take a huge leap in that area, but the Eagles still think that he can get even better, and what I'm referencing is the report that came out way back in June that we've already talked about plenty of times on this channel before from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, who said that the Eagles think that Hurts could make another jump forward and become an even more elite type pocket passer. So him being this accurate in practice and at training camp is definitely a good sign. And some more details about Hurts' 16 for 19 performance also came out throughout the practice. I mean, he started 11 on 11s by completing 4 straight passes, and he was spreading the wealth pretty well as all those passes went to different receivers, and he continued to do that all day as multiple of those guys had some really good practices. Starting with Devonta Smith, who continues to show off his elite footwork during camp, as Josh Talentino said, quote, 11v11 has begun. Devonta Smith remains elite off the line of scrimmage. He creates perfect space on a drag route completion from Jalen Hurts. And that was the first of the 4 straight completions that I mentioned from Hurts, and then later Talentino continued on and said, quote, Devonta Smith with some toe-tapping magic on a scramble drill completion from Hurts to Smith in front of the right sideline. And then after that, Smith made another play as he apparently beat Sidney Brown down the right sideline for a touchdown despite some illegal contact from Brown. And then continuing on even later on 7-on-7s, Smith continued to perform as he showed off some great footwork and got open for an easy completion from Hurts. So definitely all around, it was a really good day for Devonta Smith. And A.J. Brown also made some plays as well, as he apparently was battling with Darius Slay all day, and they were kind of going back and forth, but there was one play when, according to Brandon Lee Gouton, Brown, quote, absolutely routed up Darius Slay in one-on-ones to draw some oohs from the Eagles fans attending practice. Now just real quick here, before we continue on with the rest of the video, I just want to say, if you are enjoying this video and want to see others like it coming in the future, talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, talking about Eagles training camp, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Around 80% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. If you're one of those people, you've been consistently watching the videos, you're enjoying them, and you love the Philadelphia Eagles, and you don't want to miss any training camp coverage, make sure you fix that right now and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss when any other videos are uploaded. I think that's a win-win situation for the both of us. Now with all that being said, let's get back into the video. And then Quez Watkins was able to get in on the action as well, as of course we know this is an extremely crucial training camp for Watkins because he's going to have to earn his spot in the starting lineup, and this is the first step in him trying to redeem himself after having a pretty rough year last year. So during the 3rd practice of camp, Quez Watkins came out and he did exactly what he needed to do. He completely showed out with easily his best practice of camp so far, as he made multiple plays, several of them being very impressive. So at one point he had caught a nice pass of about 20 yards between 2 defenders, and he also had a nice possession catch over the middle, a catch on a corner route from Jalen Hurts, and finally his most impressive plays of the day came during 11-on-11s, where Quez Watkins apparently had 2 contested catches, one being a jump ball over Zech McPherson, and another being a contested catch versus Josiah Scott. So overall, it was just a phenomenal day for Quez Watkins, definitely his best practice of camp so far, and that's also a really good sign, not just for him, because obviously if he continues to perform at this level, his starting job seems like it's going to be safe, but also it's definitely good to hear for Eagles fans as well, because obviously we were really disappointed with Watkins last year, but regardless of whether some fans like it or not, he's more than likely going to be back with a pretty sizable role on this team this year, and if that's the case, then we're definitely going to need him to redeem himself and perform. So hearing stuff like this is definitely always good, and hopefully he can carry over this standout performance in practice throughout the rest of camp and into the season. But someone else who has stood out in practice is running back DeAndre Swift, as he apparently had the catch of training camp yesterday as he came down with a 30-yard pass from Hurts in double coverage over Nicholas Morrow and Terrell Edmonds, where he also had one arm held down, but he still was able to catch it. So, I mean, that's obviously just incredible, especially from a running back. But, you know, obviously we know that Swift is an elite weapon out of the backfield and in the receiving game. I mean, I know that I've been saying ever since we got him that Swift's receiving ability from the running back position could take this offense to the next level if he's used correctly, and it seems like the Eagles are prepared to do just that and take advantage of his unique skill set. I mean, throughout camp, we've heard about Swift and how he's flashed in the receiving game, and he's been the Eagles' most effective receiving back during camp by a mile, and like I said, it seems like the Eagles are prepared to take advantage of his receiving ability this season, as when head coach Nick Sirianni was asked about what he's seen from Swift so far and whether or not they're going to incorporate him in the passing game a good amount this season, this is what he said.
He's got a unique ability. Which is one part of the reason why we wanted him to be on this football team, and so we really like some of the things that he can do out of the backfield as a runner and also as a receiver, and he's showing that he has that ability of what we thought that he had when he was in Detroit and then coming out of Georgia also. You know, again, your offense is based off of your skill, first of all, and the players that you have, first of all. It's foolish for us to do something that our guys can't do. With that being said, like, you have these different boxes that you want to be able to check of plays that you know or schemes that you know are important to attack a defense. And so those can be supplemented a lot of different ways. You know, as far as the way your backs get touches, the way your tight ends get touches, like, you're harder to defend when you have guys that a lot of guys, different positions that can do it. So you can be in these different personnel groups and still running similar plays for your quarterback. So we're excited about what he brings. It's nice that he's making some plays out of the backfield right now.
So it kind of sounded like Sirianni didn't really want to give too much away there, to be honest, but he did say that they're really excited about the unique skill set that Swift has, and he also did say that it's better when you have versatile guys like Swift that you can use in different ways that make you harder to defend. And also, again, judging by the way that Swift has been used throughout camp, where he apparently has lined up all over the field and been used heavily in the receiving game, it really does sound like Swift out of the backfield could be a big part of the Eagles offense in 2023. And someone else who could be a big part of the Eagles offense this year is newly acquired running back Rashaad Penny. And not only did Penny say that he has been really impressed with Swift's receiving ability, but he also revealed something about himself in terms of his health and conditioning that should get Eagles fans really excited. Take a listen.
Oh, I feel great. I think they do it like Ted and, just from everybody from the top floor to the strength coaches do an amazing job. Just stand on us about our conditioning, about our weight, and I think me playing lighter give me a better chance to play in all 17 games, even 21. So I'm excited for this new opportunity.
What did you normally play at before and what do you get now?
I was at 235, 237 in Seattle. I'm about 230 right now, and we working to just get even lower. I want to get back to being in the college shape, back to 225, and just moving better. Just me cutting off a couple pounds from last year, I just feel lighter. My ankles feel great, and my knees feel amazing.
So this is definitely great news. Obviously Penny's biggest problem throughout his career has been staying healthy, so if playing at a lighter weight helps him to finally remain on the field, and on top of that help him move better, I'm all for that. And overall, it just sounds like Penny and Swift could be a great duo of complementary running backs for this team this season, and I just can't wait to see how both will perform. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about in regards to the Eagles offense at camp so far goes back to Jalen Hurts, because by way of rookie punter Ty Zentner's Instagram, we were able to see Jalen Hurts' lock screen on his phone, which is a picture of him walking off the field after the Eagles Super Bowl loss with the Chiefs confetti falling all around him. And dude, this sounds like something that Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan would do. Hurts' mentality and drive to be great is just insane. And hey, if he wants to use that picture as motivation and just a reminder of what could have been, as well as what the Eagles are striving for this season and in the future, then that sounds awesome to me, man. Jalen Hurts is about to come out here and do everything he possibly can to get the Eagles back to that point. That journey starts at training camp, where, like I said, the offense has been really showing out recently, and it really does seem like this group could be even better than it was last year. So what do you guys think? Just how good can the Eagles offense be this season? And how will guys like Jalen Hurts, DeAndre Swift, Quez Watkins, and others perform this season? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And also, if you did enjoy this video and want to show some support, make sure you first drop a like on it, and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other videos just like this coming in the future. And also, if you want to watch another video discussing the Eagles defense and the headlines that they've made at camp so far, you can go watch this video right here. Now, with all that being said, that's pretty much all I got for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.